Hi there, and welcome to the University of Akron's College of Business. My name is Candace Jarvis, and I'm the recruiting coordinator for the college, and I have a ton of information that I would like to share with you about our college, our programs, and a lot of different opportunities that we have here. Though I wish we could do this in person, but due to the climate of our country right now, virtual will have to do. But first, I want to start with a short 2-minute video about our Professional Development Center. I'm really excited about it. I'm actually standing in the building right now alone, but I wanted to share with you our newest project that we just opened here in the college.
You know, our students are changing, and of course business is an area that, professional development matters a whole lot.
The University of Akron's focus on professional development is one that sets it apart from other universities.
The Professional Development Center will be huge for the students.
Having the Professional Development Center on campus and having just like centralized area for students to go to, I think is a great asset for the University of Akron to have.
All the facilities and all the tools that students will need for their professional development will be in one place.
What our students will get from this is relevant experience, and they are ready to make an impact in their organization day one.
I think it's a great expansion on the College of Business.
It will help all the students excel in their career goals.
And I think that having this center is going to be just such a great opportunity for students to get together.
It's going to really allow me to become a better professional altogether.
The Anthony J. Alexander Professional Development Center is just a shining example of what a proud alumnus of this university can and will do for their alma mater.
I can't say enough about how grateful we are for the resources.
Thank you to everybody who has helped to support not only me, but all of the zips around me that are going to be future professionals.
It will make a difference for generations to come.
So roll over with me. I want to share with you some information about our college and our different programs and the opportunities that we do have here. Feel free to jot down any questions that you may have. I will provide my email address at the end of this presentation for you to contact me, send me any emails, and then I will always get you connected to the right person if I can't answer those questions. All right, let's get started. All right, so I want to talk about first why a degree in business. So I personally have my degree in business. I graduated from Kent State University. I know, with my business degree. My major was entrepreneurship with a minor in marketing. The cool thing that I really love about my degree is the versatility that it has given me upon graduation. I'm able to go into many different directions. So usually if you're looking to go into business, you like to help people and you like to solve problems. So no matter if it's a nonprofit, a large organization, or entity, every organization has some administrative portion that needs to be taken care of. So whether it's in finance, marketing, IT, human resources, sales, there's always that aspect of business that needs to be handled. The other cool part that I love about business is that it's not specific to one industry. So you have the option of working in healthcare, logistics, agriculture, science, so you're not limited by any means. So that's another cool part. Now, I want to go through some of the pictures you see here on the screen. These are actual graduates from the University of Akron College of Business. I'll start here with Derek in the top left-hand corner, and I'll move clockwise. So Derek graduated with us in 2018, and he's working at a marketing agency called Elevanti Marketing. And then we have Andrew, who graduated in 2014, him along with Tori, who graduated in 2017. Both of them are actually working at Goodyear. If you heard of Goodyear, it's a large reputable company. It's a large tire company here in downtown Akron. And then moving down to Anthony, who graduated with us in 2014. He's actually working at Diebold. And then Alex, who's working at Search Discovery, and she graduated with us in 2018. So the cool thing about our business degree is that it's in high demand. So no matter what, a business degree can always be utilized. And as you can see, these people have rewarding careers. I'm sure that they would say the same thing themselves if we're able to speak with them. Now let's discuss why the University of Akron's College of Business. So we have a highly regarded program from a lot of our employers. We're recognized regionally, nationally, and even globally. We also have a lot of majors, which I'll go over here in a bit. And some of our majors are very specialized, and they're not like other majors at other schools. And like I said, I'll go over that here in a minute. One of the other things that make us a good college is our faculty. That's really important when you're looking at schools to find out who's actually going to be teaching you. Here at the University of Akron, 90% of the people that teaches our students are full-time faculty, and 10% are adjuncts and part-time faculty. And those are the industry practitioners and the experts that we choose to come teach our students. Once you're on campus, you'll learn students love to have practitioners to teach them, to know what's going on in the real world. We are very connected to the business community, and I'll go over some of our connections here in a few. Another thing that we hear from our students is that how well they get to know the faculty and how the faculty knows their name. Part of that is because our class sizes are typically 40 students or smaller. So faculty is really important when you're choosing your school. We have extensive connections to the business world. Right now we have over 270 practitioners that are on our advisory boards, and we also have a lot of alumni in the area. So many of our University of Akron graduates stay in the Northeast Ohio area. An interesting statistic is that we have over 400 alumni in the Northeast Ohio area that actually hold positions that are called C-suite positions. So what that means is that they're in the senior leadership of their company. So they're president, CEO, CFO, COO, and those are the people that are actually on our advisory boards and that stay connected with us. And we're really, really proud of the culture of student success. So periodically, we do surveys of our students because we want to make sure that what we're telling our prospective students is really accurate about their experience. So the students tell us that students work hard, there are high goals, faculty expect you to succeed, and we have a lot of staff that's here to help you succeed as well. We are AACSB accredited. So most parents and students don't understand what that means. They know that accreditation is good, but it's not in their world. So one of the things I'm proud to tell you is that here in the College of Business, we have the gold seal of accreditation in business schools. So the AACSB, which is the Advanced Collegiate School of Business, what they are is that they're an international organization, and their sole purpose is to evaluate all colleges of businesses across the world. So there are about 16,000 colleges of business worldwide. And from their evaluation, they then accredit a small percentage. And they do this based on various things. So such as the quality of the faculty, the outcome the students receive, the curriculum, and opportunities that we provide for our students. And also other things such as research and connections and corporate partnerships and those different things. So our pride point is that they will accredit only about 5%. So that's about 1,200 out of 16,000 colleges that are accredited. So you can imagine why this is definitely a strong point for us. And it's great to be accredited, but it's also good to be evaluated by other external organizations such as the Princeton Review and U.S. World News and World Report. So these are just some of our external validations and accolades. So we are one of the top 50 business schools in our country. So that is definitely something to be proud of. So what makes us unique and different is our strategy for student success. So previously I mentioned culture and how culture is derived from everyone and all things in the organization, as well as the strategies and approaches we take to become successful. We designate and define student success in these 3 areas in the College of Business. So everything starts and begins with academic quality. We learn quickly that academic success in the classroom is not enough. It's not enough for us, and it's not who we are. We want to have great academic success in the classroom, But in order for you to be tremendously successful as a student today, and especially in this competitive environment, we need to prepare you both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. So everything starts with academic quality in the classroom, but then we focus on professional development outside of the classroom. And this is also where we birth our professional development center that you learned about at the beginning of our time today. And how do you know if you're gaining this knowledge and development, and how can you apply that practically to gain experience? So that's where our experiential learning comes in. This includes our internships and having opportunities to serve as consultants during class projects and interacting with professionals. And that's what we call and recognize as our students being career ready and connected. So what does it mean to get your degree here at the University of Akron? We know that your academic journey is going to be complex, and our faculty and staff is here to simplify that process for you. So we're going to break your degree down into 3 main areas seen here. So it begins with your general education requirements. Now, a lot of students are coming in already with their gen ed courses completed as part of their preparation for college. But if not, you're going to spend about 1/3 of your time completing gen ed courses. The next part of your education is partaking in what we call your integrated core. Now, again, this is another pride point of the university, of our college, because we want you to be passionate about your career choices. So we offer courses that touches on accounting, marketing, finance, econ, just as a way to build a strong foundation that will set you up for your major. And your major is the last ingredient of your college experience here at the University of Akron. So as I mentioned before, we have a number of different majors. I know going into your senior year of high school, a lot of students are nervous and not sure which major to select. The nice thing about the College of Business is that you don't have to make that decision until your sophomore year. So that freshman year should be about exploring like all of our different majors and trying to find out what's a good fit for you. And if you're not sure when you're applying, when you apply to Akron, you can always just apply to general business major or the exploratory major as well. Also, during that first fall semester, you'll take a 1 credit hour class called the College of Business Success Seminar. So a part of that class is you'll also be exploring all of the different majors. Now here you will also see those specialized majors I was talking about early on. So as you can see, we do have the accounting, the economics, finance, marketing, management, and international business that you may see at other colleges. But these specialized business majors are the ones that really help us to set us apart. This is also where we see a big demand from our employers, and the majors where we see the more career placement rates. So there you'll see that there's the Accelerated Bachelor's and Master's of Accountancy. Now that specific program would actually be 5 years because you're actually getting your master's degree as well. And then there's the Business Data Analytics, and that's a new one for us in the past few years. That's just one of the hot new areas that we have right now. Now, some of the others that you might want to consider is the risk management, insurance, and the financial planning. There's a high demand for students right now, also sales and information systems, and then also supply chain. Now, these are CBA core classes. Now, as a part of our curriculum, every student, regardless of your major, you're required to take a certain amount of courses in each of our disciplines as well. So this is another great opportunity for students to start to get a feel to see if this is a great fit for them. So as much as academics is important to us, you know by now that supporting our students outside of the classroom is a high priority for us. So a more in-depth view on how we go about doing that is professional advising. So all of our academic advisors are full-time. So that just makes it easier for our students to get in touch with your advisor, to meet with your advisor, compared to some other schools where advisors are maybe faculty, where they're also teaching and doing research on top of advising. The next one is living and learning communities. Living communities is where you are living on the floor of a resident service hall. of a residence hall, with other business majors. Now, the learning community is where you would actually take 2 to 3 of your classes with your business majors, with others in the business majors, and that's usually in your first year. Now, students that take advantage of the learning communities we see usually have higher success rates and higher GPAs as well. One of our majors actually have their own student organization. And they just utilize that as a great way to network with other students as well as employers and professional development experience. So that's a great opportunity. So business communication is very important in business nowadays. There we have different labs, we have business communication classes, and we also have staff because we know that when you go out into the real world, how important those skills are. For internships, we have 2 full-time staff that is dedicated to helping students with their internships. Now, the nice part about each of our majors is that you can earn academic credit when you do internships as well. So we have a ton of centers and institutes, and those sometimes work with our academic departments and our majors, and they do everything from networking, professional development, and they have a number of scholarships that they give to our students as well. Lastly, we have global experience, which can be looked at in 2 ways. The first is our faculty-led trips. Right now, with everything going on due to COVID, we're not traveling outside of the U.S. But typically, what this entails is that we have faculty that travels out with their students to Germany and France, Southeast Asia, and China, and those are great experiences to see how businesses are operating globally. The other option in global experience is that you're just taking a semester and studying abroad. We have a ton of students who do this. The big ones for us is France, London, Italy, and I believe also Greece. So in the nice part with the Akron exchange program is that you will be paying Akron's tuition instead of paying their tuition. So that's definitely beneficial for you too. So those are just some of the examples of everything that we're doing outside of the classroom to help prepare our students for when they graduate and go and look for a job. I want to touch on experiential learning again. This is where you get a sense of hands-on learning. In this slide, in one of our capstone classes, this is where Gojo. Now, if you're not familiar with Gojo, they make Purell, and they're located about 2 blocks from the College of Business. Now, they had a project with Purell, and some of the managers came to the classroom. They provided the scope of the project and then divided the class into 4 teams, seen here. The 4 teams of students, they worked on the project actually all semester long with their faculty member and also the managers from Gojo. And at the end of the semester, the students were able to give their recommendation based on the research that they performed, and they actually presented to the actual managers. So that's always a great experience for our students to see how their work applies to the real world. Here are some other ways we give students an opportunity to learn experientially in these 4 pictures here. So it's divided up into national, international, local, and regional, just to kind of give you a little background. So I'll start with the top left here, national competition. Will Armstrong and Charles Combas, they competed in the Digital Startup Madness for the social media app Yardwork. So think Uber for yard work. Now, out of 200 entries, they made it to the top 16 before they were eliminated. Moving over to international competition, Halt Prize is an international social entrepreneurship competition where teams compete to produce products and or businesses that positively impact the world. Now, pictured are 2 business students who competed from the University of Akron, and they actually made it to the finals for their inexpensive, eco-friendly brick-made plant matter that can be used to build homes and structures in low-income areas. Moving on to local competition, Bounce Entrepreneurship Competition, our students actually won $10,000 from their startup pitch. The company was Hunger Perks, which was a marketing, research, and sales promotion restaurant slash retail app. And then lastly, regional competition. finance and marketing students, they actually recently won the People's Bank competition. So these, again, are just some opportunities that our students have to learn experientially, and these are just some ways that we want to show that. And the last thing I want to point out in experiential learning is something that I don't think some of our students think about, is when you major in business, business is a force for good in the world. And the University of Akron College of Business students also engage in experiential learning for social causes. Now, the pictures on the left is our students partnering with the nonprofit company Rise Against Hunger. Now, there they packed more than 90,000 meals that were delivered to the world's most vulnerable and starving people. Rise Against Hunger is an international hunger relief organization, and they distribute food and life-changing aid, and their mission is to end hunger by the year 2030. The picture on the right is our Zips for Haiti. Now, this is a university-wide organization, but it started with the College of Business students and our Leadership Institute, and what they did was they usually go 3 times a year, obviously not now due to COVID, but they take a trip to Haiti and they visit a particular school, and they do a week or more worth of service to that school. They also do fundraising, because one of our goals is to bring one student from Haiti to Akron at a time on a scholarship. Now, we actually have our first scholarship recipient right here on campus, and he's an engineering major and a business minor, and he actually works in our professional development center. So lots and lots of cool things happening. We like to create individuals that will continue to do great things throughout their lives. Here are a few quick facts about the CBA. Now, our average starting salary is actually $49,000. I know this data is a little bit outdated, but it has gone up, so which is very good. And 77% internship placement. What that means is that 77% of our students complete at least one internship before they graduate. All of our internships are paid unless you choose to do one for a nonprofit. And if they can't pay you, then we have a little grant from a donor that actually pays you to work for a nonprofit. And the average pay for our internships is about $15 an hour for accounting majors and supply chains. Those are some of our higher paying ones, and those are upwards in the 20s. So one of our most recent job placement rates is 96% of our students have a job within 6 months of graduation. So that is a very cool fact. And these are just some of the logos of places where our students do their internships and end up working full time. Now, at this point, you're probably wondering what you want to do, what you want to be, should I take a year off, and the list can go on. We're really good at sticking with you and keeping track with you and making sure that you're on track with enjoying what you want to do. So here are a couple different perspectives. So from a student, your goal here should be, once you become a freshman, your goal should become the sophomore. And after you become a sophomore, you want to be a junior. And after you're a junior, your goal is to be a grad. And that's really what your mentality has to be. Everything else will fall into place. Now, our goal from the college, we want you to be an intern, a leader, to be ready for the professional world, and to be connected. And by doing the two of those, at the end, if we can do those things together, then our goal and our hope and what we've seen from our students is that you're going to be employed, you're going to have a fulfilling career, and most importantly, you're going to make a difference in this world. All right. Well, that brings us to the close of our presentation today. I just shared a lot of information with you. Hopefully you have a lot of good questions to send over to me. Feel free to email me at the email address listed below, or feel free to reach out to our undergraduate office at this email listed here. I look forward to hearing from you, speaking with you, hopefully seeing you on campus. But until next time, be safe and go Zips.